Alright guys, working in crypto, let's talk about it. So I'm going to jump into a couple of points, reasons that range from, the actual mental aspect of working in crypto all the way down to the monetary aspect, the benefits of working in crypto. Coming from someone who works in crypto currently and has been doing it for about 2 years as part of a company, and then of course 1 year separately as a YouTube content creator. So let's get into it. The first thing is being part of something bigger. And we're going to go from the mental stuff, by the way, all the way down to the money stuff, so stay with me. But being part of something bigger. In 2023, I think it's really important that you have a meaning behind what you're doing every day. It may sound a little cringe, may sound a little bit like, oh, who cares, as long as I'm making money. But it's true. It's you really do get lost in the sauce with just how complicated and how busy we are day to day. So, if you're working a job that you have no allegiance to, you don't feel like you're building towards something maybe bigger than making a quick buck, it can really weigh on you, and it really can affect your mental health. And I think that's the nice part about working in crypto. Just generally, the industry, obviously, if you look beyond the degen stuff, beyond the gambling, we truly are trying to build something different, like a new financial system essentially, or even a new technical system that gives power back to the people as a whole. And I think that's really valuable. And again, that's crypto as a whole, depending on the organization. Each one may have their own specific kind of goals. But that's really important. I think being part of something bigger is a key driver, I think. Number 2, having an impact in your organization. So I think that's it's actually one thing I've noticed that a lot of people talk to me about when I ask people, my friends for example, that don't work in crypto, working these big companies, Microsoft, Google, etc. You just start to feel like a cog that's part of this bigger machine. You're kind of just one of many. You're a number essentially in this infinite system of people that just being bossed around by this one high up boss who doesn't really care about you. But in crypto, a lot of companies, because the ethos of, not the ethos, because the nature of crypto is to really be involved with the community, you do feel the impact, or based on the work that you do, quite a lot more than you would at a regular company. For example, if you're a developer working on a crypto product, you'll literally see the people every day, especially if you're on crypto Twitter, right? See them enjoying the product, maybe not enjoying the product, getting feedback directly from them on the Discord or something. Now that can be good and bad, depending on, what you're making and how it's going. But, I think, again, it kind of arches into that whole being part of something bigger and really feeling like you're making a difference. Like you as a person, if you were to be fired tomorrow, that company would be so much worse off without you, right? There are some companies in crypto that are maybe the exception, some of the bigger ones, like maybe Chainlink or Consensus or something like that. But a lot of crypto projects or companies tend to be very, very small. So the people that they hire for a reason, and they tend to stay for quite some time, at least from what I've seen. So I think that's something really, really important there, that, you will have a big impact and make a difference on the company that you join if you work in crypto, for the most part. So next we have the potential to become a leader in your vertical. Now, this is actually one of my favorite things about crypto and working in crypto, being in this space, is that there are very few quote-unquote experts. Because crypto covers a vast variety of different projects, technologies, etc., you'll find yourself very hard-pressed to find a ton of industry leaders. And what that means essentially is that there's a ton of room for you personally to grow, and who knows, become one of those industry leaders. Now it depends on what it is, right?
Obviously, if you have let's just take for example, a scientist who's been studying cryptography for the past 30 years, and you're just getting into the industry now, maybe it might be a little harder, but there are even sections within cryptography or within these different projects where you can definitely be a thought leader. You can be essentially at the top of your field. Obviously, if you play your cards right, if you learn the craft, you start innovating somehow, you join a company maybe that's leading that effort, the potential for growth in crypto is honestly insane, and it's truly only capped at the amount of effort that you put in and the connections that you make within the industry. Obviously, like any industry, it's about the people that you know a lot of the time, but
But truly, like, I mean, if there's any industry like that'll get you far just because of your intellect, alone, it's definitely this one. Like 100%. Definitely this industry. That being said, on to the last one that I'm sure you guys are gonna like the most, which is the money side. So obviously crypto, the industry, we see it going up and down with, in terms of the market. But the one thing about working in crypto that's nice is that, if you ask me, working, for example, I just at Off-Chain Labs for 2 years building Arbitrum, I've noticed the market a lot less than I would have if I was, for example, just creating content, right? And that's because we're mainly just focused on building the tech, shipping it to the average person, and letting them use it, right? But the nice part about that too is that, working at a company specifically is that, obviously it depends on the company setup, but a lot of them, obviously you'll get the opportunity to get stock options like any other startup. But at the same time, you also have the opportunity, obviously if your company is doing this, to maybe get tokens as well. So in an essence, it's almost kind of like a little cheat code that crypto companies get or startups get in crypto, that like you actually have multiple ways of getting your own kind of, how do you say, like, value out of working at a company. Not to mention too, like, crypto's the kind of place where you can work at a company, people start to know you because of it, and then once you leave, you're still known because you were maybe that guy who worked on that protocol that did so well, for example, right? So I think, whether it's monetary or even career-wise, I think it's a great choice to just, get your hand in the industry, start making a name for yourself, and, really just contribute. I think that, obviously, like, even with the market, like, being as down as it is, there's a lot of projects that I know that are hiring. And yes, while the barrier to entry for some of them are kind of high, it's really easy to start contributing, making videos like I am right now, to the broader ecosystem, and somehow, some way, someone will find you, right? I think that's a nice part about crypto. Generally, the opportunity is, like, for you to be successful in this industry is so high, as long as you don't blow yourself up with your, investment bags. That being said, that's the video for today. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think working in crypto is a good idea? Do you think it's not a good idea? Would you rather just stay in Web 2 and maybe just ape into crypto on the side? I'd love for you to let me know. That being said, catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.